Welcome back. I'm Shad. We got ourselves another video. Hey, I'm letting y'all know right now, sooner or later, that door is gonna be a problem again. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. I'm probably finna start doing like all my introductions again because I ain't gonna lie to you. I like to talk, but my talking has came down because I wasn't doing my introductions. And I apologize, I haven't been able to shout out Cash Apps, but don't worry. We getting back to it. I'm telling you right now, man, my fear of this door is actually quite concerning. We got ourselves a video on the Not the Shop podcast. They invite some older lady and they're about to talk about older women's delusion. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, ever since 1905, women been having delusions. Do not listen to that number I just said, cause it was so wrong, but I don't have the time to do the research right now. What we gonna do is listen to them talk. And I'll let y'all know right now, I listened to a little bit of it. That heifer is crazy. Especially the belt she's wearing. The belt she's wearing, it's like she's a cowboy. Like only cowboys wear belts that big, or people in the early 2000s, which I don't think she's either of them. Because I think she's like 60s or 70s. I could be wrong about that. But hold up, just hitting this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby. So Ms. Robin, I have a question for you. As a woman, generalizing how women assess men, what's some like, let's say like the top 3 to 5 qualities a woman looks in a man that she's interested in?
I mean, I can't really speak for all women because everybody, you know, but you want a man that is.
I'm just saying, just generalize the first.
I mean, first of all, you want a man that, just like you are, we want somebody that we can look at.
Okay.
You want somebody that you can look at. Now,
all right, that's one.
What you're interested in looking at.
All right,
is
appearance.
one thing. So yeah, what?
Do we gotta be taller than you?
Conversation.
All right, conversation. That's 2.
Conversation. I'm short.
Is it conversation?
Right, so I'm saying, does he have to be taller than you?
Is it conversation or is it intellect?
I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand.
No, it doesn't, because there's a lot of people who could talk stupid all the time.
Like I said, depending on what type of conversation that you're leading with this person. So some people look for. All women ain't intellectual, so some of them ain't looking.
All right, so
intellect. If
parents,
you come, if some women you come to, you know, and maybe you into politics or something, you will come to a woman and she'll be looking at you like, what the hell?
The average motherfucker from the hood don't even know what intellect is.
So hold on. So that's the way he looks. It's conversation. What's up to 3? 1 or 3.
What else was the question now?
I said, what are the 3 to 5 attributes that women assess when she's qualifies a man?
Just in meeting a man and wanting to have a conversation.
That goes in.
Keep going further in the.
That goes into conversation.
To go with the conversation.
Yeah, that goes into conversation.
You go appearance. You go conversation.
Are you just making this stuff up, man? Because if you can just say, I don't look up, I don't think about these many things. Like, I don't think this. If you could just say that. Right now, it's getting wild because I'm like, are you just remixing right now? You're just saying what you want. Just be honest and say, hey, yo, I'm be honest with you. I don't got 3 things. I just want to be able to talk to you and you can take care of me. Like, all you got to do is just say the ones you know. Just because they ask for 3 don't mean there is 3.
You know, when you get her age, your standards ain't really that high no more. You know, they just want the basic when they get their.
Okay, hold on,
because you can't throw nothing out there that you're not willing to.
Well, I was gonna make a point.
Let's bring it back. Roll it back. What is wrong with being of a certain age that you think a person's standards have to be lowered because they're a certain age?
This is moving the goalpost back right now.
Hold on.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna answer as soon as you finish. Go ahead.
Because age, when you're dealing with someone who is of age, you're going to deal with them differently because their experiences are different. Like, you have to really take the time to get to know somebody who has been through some things, maybe, or whatever the case may be. So your initial conversation or your initial interaction with that person is going to be different. So the of age thing, I'm not gonna take offense to it, because there's a lot of folk ain't made in my age, and you ain't either. So if once you do make it to my age, you make sure when you do make it to my age that you wear it well. But don't be thinking just because a person is of a certain age that their standards have been lowered.
What I mean, and see, this goes back.
Of a certain age,
this goes back to my point when women say you can have I want to conversate, but when you say something about them, they get defensive. What I'm simply saying is this. This is what I'm saying.
Throw some shade. Like,
no, I'm not throwing shade. I'm speaking reality. What I'm
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. What he's saying is kind of realistic. If you believe, madam, that your standards did not lower as you got older, then you just got crazier and crazier. That's all you just said. You can take it as him throwing shade, but there was no actual shade thrown. He said, people like you, older, and their stomach sticks out because you want me to believe underneath that belt is in pieces of your stomach. That's your stomach, my dear. I don't even like to do this because you're an elder. Elders also need to be told when they're being crazy. So, ma'am, he was right. The older you got, your value has went down. So your standards had to go down. If it didn't go down, you're bat crazy. That's the only other thing. It got to be that or it went down.
Saying is this. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. When you're young, when you're young, right? I knew you when you was younger, right? And the men you with now, you wouldn't with then. Back then, you was with basketball players and shit. Now you cool with a nigga just got a stable job.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. When you get older, you be like, when I was younger, he had to have six figures. He had to have a six pack. Hold on. I'm saying, when you're younger, you'll be like, he got to make six figures. He had to have a big. No. He got to be in shape. He got to be tall, dark, and handsome. Get out, but when you get older, you've seen all this. So I'm not saying that your standards lower as a bad thing. What I'm saying is you tend to look at men that you normally didn't look at, which means this: he might not have six figures, but he got his own place. He might not have a new car, but he have a car. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Men that I looked at when I was younger, I look at the same type of men. I want to deal with a man that has some type of success. So, you're not going to come and leech off of me or none. But what I'm
saying, you are lying. You're telling me when you was younger, unless when you was younger, you was also like your body was shapes. Your body was just shapes. Unless that's what you also look like when you was younger, which I still don't care. An older fat lady and a younger fat lady, their standards ain't the same. But if you're telling me your standards stayed the same, and if he was correct, he said you tried to talk to basketball players or tried to talk to people who had stuff, it clearly had to change, my dear. There's no arguing this. When women have children, it changes. Now I want everybody to know, those women that we be seeing on Kendra G, that's how crazy they are. They standards changed. It's just that their standards was higher, but their standards aren't that high for them to sleep with you. That's why they have a kid. You understand? Sleeping with you ain't the same thing as them like being with you. It's wild, but it's what it is.
You don't have look something more for yourself.
You don't look for the star and the moon. You cool with a star. Hey, when you get that
who says I ever?
So Jamal, you saying some women suffer from Peter Pan syndrome?
Yeah.
Okay. You ain't never heard of Peter Pan syndrome?
What's Peter Pan syndrome?
So Peter Pan syndrome is...
I was making up.
No, this is real. How I was back then when I was younger and I used to talk to a certain man or woman. I used to talk to these and I used to have it tight. But as I get older and I go through some bullshit and I've been through some things, my standards change. So like it goes back, we all went to high school and it's a person that we wasn't interested in at all in high school, but you see them later down in life and they didn't upgrade it. They didn't get better. And it's like, okay, mentally you still think that you qualify for this person because this person say they went on to become a tech guru and became a millionaire. But you didn't see that in high school. Now it's like you feel like you still qualify for him because he should look at you like you was in high school, but he has to assess you the way you are today.
If you are looking at somebody as to
Is that how that goes? I don't think that's how that goes. Well, he said sound nice, but I don't know if that's what it is. I think he wasn't at the standard that she wanted. And once he got there, then she was like, hey, yo, what's up? She don't think she looks the same way she did in high school. She just wants the same standard. So I thought you was about to say the Peter Pan thing was that what you wanted when you was a child is what you want right now. And that's it. You're mentally Peter Pan all your life. So that's what I thought it was. When you said the other thing, like, oh, you should want me for how I was in high school. It says, no. I don't think they're thinking that at all. Because these heifers know they don't look as good as they did in high school. But their standards have never changed. That's what I think it is.
Where they were 25 years ago, and you're looking at them today and thinking that this is the same person from 25 years ago and I should be looking at them the same way, then you're a little slow. You're a little slow.
It's some females that's kind of delusional that way, though.
No, y'all.
They still think some of them still think they qualify like us. They want that dude to love them in high school.
I'm tired of the bullshit.
Y'all 40s and 50s, y'all start losing hair and still start chasing these young girls and all that in the hopes to finding the girl that you all probably wanted to deal with back in the day or whatever, and then you didn't. So that it goes to
Do you think a man with money really want a wife or a goddamn 20-year-old? No. She just looked good and it looked fun.
And that's what I said.
That's all it is.
But you all are speaking on women like we want the same thing that we chased 25 years ago.
You do.
When
You
in
definitely
our
do.
actuality,
In
you
y'all
are
mind,
the ones that's chasing the same 25 years
First of all,
ago.
women fell from delusion when they was bad in high school, and they get older and their beauty ain't as beautiful as it was. In their mind, they still that same bad they was when they was 25.
And what's wrong with that?
And you're not, because you ain't.
Who says they not?
What? You should have known from her dyeing her hair and wearing that big Gucci belt with the funeral outfit on that she would say something crazy like that. They're not. You're not bad anymore. When you was like your early 20s, you don't look like that at all no more. My dear, once you pass the 40, that 4, you don't. I want everybody to know Jennifer Lopez, she don't look the same way she did when she was young. It's just that people still like how she looks. You like how she looked, but let her approach you when she was in her early 20s. Oh, it's way different then, but that's what it is. I see, we knew you was tripping. Yeah, she been drinking.
Men, we have to give y'all value.
No, the you
yes,
don't.
we do. The buyer sets the market.
Man? Do you honestly think women are sitting around here saying, I have no self-worth until this man come along and tell me I'm beautiful, till he tells me I'm worthy, till he tells me that I'm good enough,
what I'm
then
saying
I'm
is
gonna sit
men
here in
set
this
the market for women's value
and never ever feel good about myself.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You just said all that when he said that's not what he was saying. He's saying that the number you think you are, you're not until men pick your number. That's what he said. Just like men don't know what they are until women choose. Like, I don't know what my value is, or I don't even know how attractive I am until women let me know. And you know how I'll know? How many women want to get with me. You'll know if you're attractive as a man, how many women want to flirt back with you. They flirt with you and try to get with you. Now, if they all keep leaving you after that, then you start to understand that you might not have money, or you might not have something that will make them stay. But the other sex lets you know what your value is. They will let you know.
No.
What I'm saying is
we don't
you're only as valuable as a person is willing to pay for it. That's what I'm saying. You can't put a price tag on yourself.
Single ladies that are okay with because they don't want to deal with bullshit like that.
Shanice.
Yeah?
Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Shut it, please. Thank you, Shanice. Right.
What about a cat?
What do you need a cat for when you okay with you?
No,
that's the
bullshit.
problem. Y'all just not okay with yourselves.
No, hold on. We're not gonna do that.
Y'all be looking for women to want to be validated by y'all. That's not the case. We don't need to be validated by y'all.
I have to give a little pushback because
yes, you do.
Even now, to contradict what you just said, you got famous women right now that's having a hard time getting them. Lisa Rady came out saying okay, I'm perfectly being fine by myself, but then it's like, okay, now she's kind of trying to turn into a little pick me because she thinks she's where she was 20-some years ago.
I don't know nothing
Vivica
about
Fox
what
is
you're
another
Let me
one.
tell you something
Tracy
about
Ellis
it.
Ross is another one.
A woman
I don't
will
have-
lie
I don't
and
hear
lie
those ladies
just so she
complaining.
won't be wrong.
So Mo, hold on.
Don't no woman in this world want to be by her mother.
So-
Just
so-
like don't no man want to be by
No,
himself.
it's-
Nobody wants to be
No,
by
that's
themselves.
not true,
So
'cause
when
there's
I hear
people out
somebody,
there that are okay with being by themselves
That's
because they
'cause,
don't
don't
want
nobody
to deal
want
with.
'em. No,
No,
'cause don't nobody
it's
want
a
'em.
lot of people that's okay with being
Don't
by
nobody
them.
want 'em.
They're choosing to be by themselves.
that's this.
No, they're not. No, they're not. It's like saying a man choosing. Most men do not choose to be virgins. Most women do not choose to be alone. That's wild that you're saying this thing right now. We can see why she is who she is. She don't listen to herself or her doctor. She just, look at her. You think she listens? Everything about her already telling you that she don't listen.
I haven't really eaten it since I've been here.
You're not gonna fade away. Eating the food that belongs to the next 4 years ahead of time.
So they don't have to try to live
Nope.
up to this
That's
fake
the
ass standard.
scapegoat.
Y'all think y'all got to set for
If
somebody.
did nobody want
Y'all
me,
gotta
I will
up.
fool myself to say I'm cool by myself. AKA don't nobody
Why
want
do
me.
you have, that don't mean
Okay.
I have to
you
challenge
don't
your
find
theory.
you don't find your value in other people.
Hold on, I have to challenge
No,
your
you don't find your value in other
and
people.
nobody,
What I'm saying
or
is this.
other people
What I'm saying
cannot
is this.
define what you.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. I cannot look in the mirror and say,
I did
hold
not
on,
wake
hold on.
up today on Mother's Day for y'all to bash women.
Right.
out
See,
there.
this is
I'ma
what I
tell
said about
y'all
the
that
communication
right
part. No, I'm
Man, stop that shit. What you want to do?
First off, you're too old and you have a potty mouth, and it's kind of pissing me off. You need to shut up. I told you, I try to be nice because I like older people. Elders are awesome to me. Not her kind. Not her kind. I didn't come here on Mother's Day for you to bash women. Bashing women? Yeah, by telling you the number you think you are or how important you think you are, you don't get to decide that? That's bashing? If you think that's bashing, my dear, you practice the art of doing fentanyl. That's what you do. So nothing else we can say. Bright red lipstick, burgundy and red colored hair, funeral outfit, Texas Gucci belt. You clearly look like you practice. She's like Shang Tsung Lee of fentanyl. She think what she's saying makes sense. And then she keeps on, what's it called? Stick manning their argument? Is it stick manning? I think it's stick manning, right? Yeah, I think that's what it is. She just keep on making something else that they're talking about. So ain't nobody say that you hate yourself or you don't have no self-value, like no self-worth or whatever. No one's saying that. Everyone's saying that you believe you are important or special without anything to prove this. Just you sitting in a room saying in the mirror that I'm a bad. That's the only thing you're doing. And I hope she's not the one doing it. Well, how she speak, I'm pretty sure she do it. And she got like nieces and like younger people running around lying to her.
Speaking about for men. I'm speaking about for men. I can't look in the mirror and say, I am a powerful, strong, respectable man. I can't look in the mirror and tell. Society has to dictate that. How other men treat me. What are my relationships in the world? What is my value in the world? That determines how valuable I am. I can't wake up in the morning and just say, I'm one of them niggas. How?
Why not?
You're delusional because you're telling yourself.
How not?
Because if don't nobody else think so.
If you're a successful man and nobody else tells you that you're successful, does that mean you're not successful because everybody else is saying, "Oh, you're not successful"? If you know that you're a successful man and you that nigga, why do you need somebody else to set the standard for you to tell you that it's okay to think like
my
that?
success.
She's just gonna be the person who says the dumb thing by saying like a homeless man saying that he's successful. She's gonna say, yes, if he believes he's successful, then he's successful. You can't argue with that person. That's a person that believes in my truths or believes in my reality. There's no such thing. There's the truth, there's facts, and there's reality. But that's who they're arguing with. They're arguing with that crazy motherfucker right there. As soon as she said, do you need other people to say you're successful? If successful people don't say you're successful and not successful people don't say you're successful, how do you even know what you are? You're just talking. That's all you're doing. You see that the sky is blue and everybody around you say it's green, and then you go down the street to people who don't know you at all and then they say it's green, but you still think it's blue. You might be having a mental breakdown. Think about it. What do you have to prove this thing you're saying? You have nothing but fentanyl. That's it.
Success determines my value in the world. I'm successful because I'm valuable to somebody. Chances are, if I'm a CEO, I run a company, I'm a boss, I got a business, whatever it is, I'm valuable to the world.
Oh my God.
Because I'm employing people, I'm doing certain that brings value into the world. So the world makes me valuable. I can't wake up in the morning with nothing and say I'm this type of guy.
But what about
You
the
can't
people
do
that
it.
wake up, they have minimal and they're okay with living their lives? What about
They're not successful. They're just happy. There's a difference between successful and being happy. What's wrong with you?
those people? They're no good because the
I
world
never
don't
said
see them
nobody's
as any
good. My point is you can't make your own value. What I'm saying is a lot of women overvalue themselves. They
No,
think they
they
are so
don't.
high up
They
on the
definitely
totem
do.
pole.
Okay, no,
And
it's
you're
okay.
not, baby, because
It's
guess what?
okay. That's just by your standard. You don't get
That's
to tell
by
me.
men's standards. We're the
Listen,
buyers.
You men don't get. What about the women that like women? Then they don't might not like y'all, motherfuckers.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means.
They beat the other women. Women that like women, they take their hands, make it into a fist, and they lay hands on other women. That's the side you finna talk about? The side that does it the most? What about the women women that like women? And women that like women also do the same thing. A woman that likes women, I guarantee you, if you ask a lady who's into women and you ask a guy who's into women, both of them will look at Precious and tell you her value. It's just what it is, my friend.
Motherfuckers, because y'all feel like y'all can tell somebody that they are or they're not something. If you wake up in the morning and you feel like I am a star, I am her,
Nobody
I am
believes you.
this.
We don't give a fuck how you feel
cares
about
what
yourself.
you believe, as long as I believe in myself, and that flows off that glows off me. Why do I?
No, it don't glow off you. I don't know what you're talking about. I told you, she's just saying the thing. She wake up, she look in the mirror, and she say, I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. Like, that's all she's gonna do. And now this is her argument. I would have definitely moved this conversation. I would say, you deal with that in the comment section with the other people who's gonna tell you about yourself. There's no point in continuing this. You're crazy.
I care about the
Because
person
I'm
over there
speaking-
that's saying that this is not who you are.
Okay, so,
what do
Robert,
I care
I'm
about the
speaking
person
on-
over
I'm
there
speaking
or
on-
the man over there saying that
I
you're
feel-
not good enough?
hold on.
You can't tell me what I am or I am not
Hold
good
on.
enough just because you are a man. You don't get to set the value of who I am.
So, hold on
You
for-
don't
Your
get to
value
do
Hold on for a
is
that.
second.
based upon
You
what
don't get
somebody
I don't-
is willing
No,
to
it
pay
does
for.
Hold on,
not.
It
No,
does.
it
let me
does not.
let me challenge that for a
don't.
second, because sometimes it's what you in your head is, and it's what reality. I think and I feel that I could go out here and kill every I can't stand to get away with it, but that's in my head.
That's in your delusion.
No, hold on. I'm finna go
That's
somewhere
a
with this.
crime.
I'm finna go somewhere with this. But in reality, that go catch up and I'm going to jail. So when people say, yeah, I can feel like a star. Yeah, you feel like a star to you. But when you walk
What
out
else
the
matters?
door and the way people treat you, it's not going to
But if you
match
if,
up.
not
if,
gonna
if
reflect
That's the
your aura-
delusional
if
part.
if you walk into a room, and you feel like I'm that girl, okay?
Nobody cares.
And if
Nobody.
you walk into the room and you feel like I'm that nigga, or whatever
Nobody
the case
cares.
is, as long as it radiates off of you that you feel like that, those type of people that would appreciate those type of things, they're going to navigate towards you.
That's not reality.
Everybody is not going
At all.
to. Yes, it is.
It's not
I don't know
reality.
what-
Did you just say it's real? She doesn't care about words. Y'all should have known not to argue with a person who dressed like they goes into a funeral with a Texas Gucci belt. This is wild. That is wild. The fact that she swiggled a hair that clearly isn't a baby hair. She swiggled it all the way down. Y'all knew you shouldn't have talked to her. Look at her. Look at her.
Because
I don't know who raised
hold
her.
on. Let me,
But
and I'm gonna
it-
piggyback on what you
No,
said. You
if-
said if a
excuse
man
me, I'm
walk,
going to finish what I was
Go ahead.
saying first. That's
Finish
what I'm
your
about
point.
to do.
And now
Go
she's
ahead.
about to get loud.
So when
Okay.
you feel like you're good enough, nobody gets to come and tell you, well, no, you're not. That makes no sense. Because you don't see the value in me does not mean that I don't see the value in myself, and that
She about to say the same damn thing again.
someone won't see that value as well. So to think that you get to set the standard for a person for themselves is crazy.
no, it's
Because
actually
you don't
delusional
get to-
that you don't think so.
No, you don't get to set the standard
Okay,
for a
so
person.
if we go to a car lot and you see this big shiny car, right? And the dealer tell you, oh, it's 400,000 for this little shiny. You gonna look at this mother like, that shit ain't worth that. I don't like it that much. I don't give a damn how you feel it's worth. It ain't worth that to me. This is the point I'm trying to make. I'm going back to what you said. You walk in the
you
club.
can
Hold
keep
on.
it the
If a man walks in the club or a woman walks in the club, you can feel like $1,000,000,
and you can keep
but
it
nobody
moving.
gives a shit. You know what
And
comes.
you can keep
Hold
it
on,
moving.
this is where your value come in. If I come in the club as a man and you see all the niggas with getting money, everybody know me, they respecting me, they saluting me. Now the women start looking like this nigga must be somebody.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? The energy that you get back from the world dictates your value. Is what I'm saying.
No, it
okay,
does not.
you can feel any nigga can walk in the club and feel like he that nigga. But if don't nobody know you're not that nigga. I don't give a who you feel.
Not be that nigga in that crowd of people, but as long as you're radiating through that crowd that you're that nigga, who are you and the rest of these people around here to come and devalue me?
Men's value is based upon
Jesus
how
Christ.
the world respects him and the value that he brings in the world. But you cannot bring your outside in your mind and think you one of them niggas and you're not. It's just
but you know what? Here to spin off what you guys could say. I'm finna spit the baby here.
You don't have an argument. You just keep saying that as long as I feel it, this is what it is. Like right now, I want everybody to know right now, she has hit a part in her head. I forgot what they call it. I think like Mr. Let Go, or you can go look it up in science. It's like the logic, the part right now, she's turned that bitch off. She's turned it off. There's literally a thing in your head. Like it'll get turned off once emotion kick in, and she's not using logic at all. If you ask her, this is how not logical and how crazy she is. If you ask her right now, okay, based off of that means dudes who want to just say they're women because they believe they're women, that mean they're women, right? She'll probably say, yeah, how you can tell. Like she'll probably do that to just win her argument because she's crazy right now. I ain't gonna lie, it can go both ways. You do not trust heifers like this. And I know she talks to children. That body alone let me know that she's perfectly fine with talking to children.
You could go out here and feel like you that person. Somebody could come and approach you, and this has happened. And I'm speaking of a woman that did it towards me one time, no shame in my game. She was feeling herself, and she ignored the shit. Would acknowledge the fact that I spoke to her, say, hey, how you doing today? Because it was at a pool party. You know, she was feeling herself. Held the door open for her. It wasn't no thank you and nothing like that. She literally had her nose in the air, so she was feeling herself. But at that point, I'm like, that aura of you feeling yourself, you not as high as you think you are no more, because now your attitude didn't show. Your mannerisms didn't reveal themselves.
No, it's not that. Women get a chance to be with certain caliber men, and then they think that they better than any man that's up under them.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
and this is something that men don't do. If a man sleep with a famous female, say who's famous now? Just pick J-Lo, for example. No. If a man sleeps with J-Lo tonight, he will not feel like all he deserves is J-Lo's.
No.
Women, if your slept with an NBA player or somebody, let's just say Kevin Hart, from that point on, you is not dealing with no nigga that don't be in Kevin Hart circles. You gonna think that you too good to with a nigga. That's why you got women out here right now to this day talking about I can't with no man with no 9 to 5. Deepest don't even want a nigga got a job. This is how
they're actually saying they believe they can sleep with the people they're attracted to. If they find you attractive, they'll sleep with you. But they will only be with people like that Kevin Hart or the basketball player and stuff like that. They will only be with them, but they'll sleep with other ones. Let's get that straight. They will do that.
How delusional y'all have become. You can't even have a job and get these
I don't know these women y'all talking about.
You know why? Because you're older. You cool with a nigga with a job. That's what I'm saying. An older woman, you cool with a nigga with a job.
How you know?
But hey, Jamal, can I hit you with something?
Big screen. She lost her mind. She could not keep up. She kept like it was just drugs. It was just drugs that was happening. I ain't never seen somebody hold that argue I have. It's only women. No, it's not. I've heard men. I heard men do it too. It's crazy people. Crazy people hold that argument where, hey, yo, if I believe it, that's all that matters. The examples, all the examples I can use to prove how that sounds dumb. And I'm not gonna even start because the one I always use is the dudes with the wigs. Based off of that, you believe dudes with wigs are actually women then, right? And every guy I talk to who does that crazy argument, they immediately have have to backtrack or say that that's not the same thing. Yes, it is. It's just belief. You believe this thing. But you know, women, that's a completely different animal. If you argue with like women, the hypocrisy they're gonna use within seconds is crazy. They will literally tell you that you're not allowed to tie your shoes. And within 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, they will bend over and start tying their shoes. Do not trust them. It's not women, okay? It's these heifers. You don't trust them. It's the ones that say, do what I say, don't do what I do. Those ones, they're a different animal. But yo, man, I don't know what to say. He did a good job trying to explain to her that this is what it is, but she was crazy. Like, how much work can you actually do? There's nothing else you can say to her. She was batshit crazy and she wouldn't go back. That was wild now that I think about it. Okay, don't trust heifers like this. Okay, you watch them around children, because they're the ones passing that stuff around as well.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.